In this video, I'm going to show you how to populate your question library in D2L so that you can have a large test bank of questions available to be able to create your quizzes. As you can see, I'm in a quiz right now in one of my sandboxes, and I have 5 questions here. And I want to create more questions by pulling from other resources, namely the common assessment questions created by my assessment coordinator. At this point, I only have one folder in my question library, and this was one that I created just by typing some questions in. So these are by no means going to help me get those common assessment questions in there. So the question is, how do we get access to the common assessment questions? To do that, we are going to click on Edit Course. And from Edit Course, we're going to be able to import some files. So I'll scroll down and go to my Import, Export, and Copy Components. Well, I'm going to bring my question banks that are in folders in another course. In this case, I have a sandbox that has a lot of resources from the publisher, and I want to pull the question banks that my assessment coordinator already imported into that sandbox course. I'm going to pull those questions into this course. So I'm going to copy components from another org unit. I'll leave that radio button selected, and I'll click Next. Now yours probably won't be as full as mine is, but when I go to an existing course offering, notice that I have a whole bunch of stuff. I have everybody's sandbox and so on. But the one I'm going to use today is the Egan. Is it called Egan? I forget what it's called. Egan's 9th edition sandbox. As you can see, it's under Angel Egan. So this is the course that I'm going to use. Now in that course, there are already tons of materials for me to copy. So I can choose components to copy. What I'm going to do is select this question library. Now, I don't suggest pulling over all the questions because there's a lot of resources in there. So I'm going to go ahead and select individual items to copy and click Next. This is going to bring me to a place where I can pick and choose which chapter material I want to import. Notice that I can bring in chapters just by checking the boxes in front of them. I probably don't want all these QTI, QC resources. I'm actually not even entirely sure what those are. But I know that the test bank for my chapters, let's see. I'm going to uncheck these because I don't want them. I want to use my chapter test bank questions. So let's say I don't want to pull in all of these right now because my course isn't that, but I'll just show you how to do it. I will select to expand them to make sure that these are the ones that I want. It looks like we do. So I'll go ahead and I'll check that whole test bank, and that'll bring over all of those questions. At this point, I'll click Next. And it takes me to a screen where it says that I'm going to copy 67 out of the 17,000 questions that are available. Yeah, that's really all that I want. So here I can click Next again. And it says that the questions are successfully copied. So now, when I go to my quiz section, I'll notice that if I choose my question library, I have a whole other folder that was just created for me by pulling it from the Egan sandbox. Let's see if we can preview these questions. Yeah, here are the questions that are now available. So when I go back to the quiz that I was looking at updating, which is this one here, and I go to my layout and questions, I can add and edit new questions and import. And when I import now, I'll go from an existing collection. The source collection will be my question library, and my source section. Which folder in that question library do I want to pull from? I want to pull from my test bank chapter 9 questions, and here are the questions that I had just imported into this course, and I can pick and choose which ones I want. So that's the tutorial on how to populate your question library with folders or question sections from other course resources, namely your sandboxes. If you have any questions, please email me at techcoach@sjvc.edu, and either myself, Al Rodriguez, or one of the other very able tech coaches will get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you and have a good day.